Hey there, it's Fight here with a quick review of VideoWrappr, which I'm going to show you in a minute, but first let me show you why I'm even looking at this. It's because of this kind of thing. When you look at this, it's an ad here in my timeline, just saw this. It was actually pure coincidence. I was leaving stupid comments underneath my brother's post about how to clean grey socks. Anyway, as you can see here, there's an ad. And it is playing inside a, what looks like a computer, laptop type thing. And as a result, it stands out in the timeline. Now, on top of, so this is very popular. This is what grabs people's attention. And that's why I'm showing you this. The other thing I want to show you is, where are we? Here. When you look at this bit up here, square images give you more room to showcase your product or service. They are almost twice the size of horizontal images on newsfeed. You can upload a square image or crop an existing one when you create your ad. Well, this not only applies to images, but also videos or slideshows. The slideshow templates they give you now, you have the option of going square because it gives you this type of big image as opposed to just the normal size. In other words, Facebook really wants you to grab people's attention, and it kind of makes sense, right? You need to stand out to get someone's attention, and you only make money if you get enough attention. And of course, Facebook is in the business of making money by selling advertising space. So they have figured out that these square images get more attention, and they've also figured out that slideshows, this for example here is a slideshow template done by them, and they figured out that if there are sort of unusual elements on top of it or inside it, that is what arrests people's attention. It gets their attention. And the example I showed you earlier, this one here, is one of those examples. It plays inside a computer screen. Wilco de Cray, who's done a ton of testing, he's figured out every single time he uses a template that is square and uses a bar at the top that has text in it and a bar at the bottom. Let me show you one example from that. 1 second. Right, here we go. This is an example. So you've got text at the very top. This is actually part of the video. This is part of the video down here. And then there is the actual video here in the middle. So again, you can see this square aspect. It takes a lot of real estate, and as a result is more likely to get people's attention. Now, in this case, what they've done is they've created one inside this video. So what you're seeing here is this is an example of, again, a square image. So it's this blue thing plus the little iPhone, and the video plays inside the iPhone screen, a bit like the ad I showed you at the beginning. And this here is a static image with text above and below, and then you've got subtitles down here. So that's basically the reasoning behind it, why you want to do this. Now, most of the stuff you can do in your favorite video processing application. I use Movie Studio Platinum. The problem is it's a pain in the backside. So if you do quite a few videos, and that's really the big secret, consistency, doing these kind of things consistently, then you will quickly find, well, actually, it is a lot of hassle. And that's really where VideoWrappr comes in. So this is VideoWrappr. They have a bunch of ready-made templates. I had a quick play with them. They do work. So, for example, which one did I try out? This one here. You saw that earlier or a second ago. That's this template here is this one shown here. So you've got the video playing in there, and you've got an image and text on the side. So as you can see here, they added text, they added a nice image, a bit more text, and then subtitles down below. You can do exactly the same thing here. The bit I want to show you is the create your own template, because with the create your own template, really what we're trying to do is replicate something like this here. The big square aspect that Facebook wants us to do, with text at the top and text at the bottom. Or the bit that Wilco found out is that if you have text at the top and then you leave this space here for your subtitles, that's really where the gold is. So the sweet spot. So when you create your own template, it's actually really easy, and I'm just going to go and do a really simple example. The one thing to keep in mind when you do your square ones, you need to start with the color background, this one here, because you need to adjust the height of this. So if you go to 600 by 600 or whatever you want to do, hang on, 640, 640, so let's go for 640, 640. There's a nice big square. Background color, whatever. Let's use a whatever nice. I don't even know what the Facebook blue is. Let's pretend this is Facebook blue. Choose. There we go. I now upload a video. And what I'm going to do is go. Where's this? David to Jerry. Let's use this one here. I went. Sorry. You click upload. I went cycling down in Drona and met David Miller, and we went for a nice cycling tour. And I asked him, because my father-in-law is a big David Miller fan, I asked him to do a little, shout out to Jerry, and he did. So that's the video you're seeing here. Anyway, I then select this video, and there it is. I can then move this around, and I'm going to put it somewhere around here. So I've got this, top bit for the text. So in this case, I would go. I don't actually want to add any more images. You can add more images. This is used for example, things like, in this particular case, as you can see in this video, this is Andrew speaking. And then you see these little figures here. They're doing little dances. And we'll just play this for you. So as you can see there, they're dancing at the bottom. Okay, so these are animated GIFs. You can upload pretty much any image you like, but in this case, this is used for sort of, for example, animated images in this. I'm just going to skip this and render this part. Now what I can do is add the text. It's not quite WYSIWYG. You need to type this in. So, hello, Jerry. Down my keyboard, and I'm going to choose this particular font, size 40, yeah, font color blue is probably not ideal. What is a nice garish combination? Let's go for a nice sort of orange. And there we go. Okay, boom, and I add that text, hello Jerry. And then at the bottom I could do something else. I could have subtitles, whatever, but I'm just going to go for this now. I can add, if I like, more lines of text. When I say it's not quite WYSIWYG, so if I now wanted to have a little extra line, whatever, for example, some small text here, I could have, then I need to click over here and say, I now want to edit this thing. The same when I want to remove this particular text, I need to go and say, this is the one I want to remove, click. So it's not quite WYSIWYG, but, it's good enough. Oh, incidentally, the one thing they hopefully show on their sales video is one of the things that's super popular at the moment is to have progress bars. And they have a whole library of pre-rendered progress bars, and you can put them down below. They're apparently super popular on Instagram, that you have a little person pulling this progress bar so people know how long this video is. Or you could embed it here at the very, very top, sort of, as a small little thing. Those kind of things you can stick in there. Actually, I want to give me 1 sec. I'll check out if I can find one right away. That's happens to be 9 seconds. And the answer is no, but it's part of the big package when you get the, I think it's one of the upsells where you've got a giant library of these different images and animated images. So that's what you could then do, have a little progress bar appearing here. I'm just going to go with my text, actually, because I fiddled with back and forth, I just want to make sure it's actually there. Thank you very much. Next, hello Jerry, let's go for... I'm not actually sure which images these ones are, whether that's additional images or more animated GIFs. I guess we'll just find out what's in there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I remember those. So it's basically sort of salesy type things. And look at this here. This, for example, would make sense if you have this particular, this example you saw in the background, going, look over here, type thing. So you can stick those in there. We don't need this for Jerry at the moment. So thank you very much. Next, and now we go and render this. So this is basically now sets things in stone before you add the subtitles. Okay, continue. Thank you very much. This will take 1 second. Well, depending on how fast my line is, I guess, sending the information over to their server and back. So I'll pause this for 1 second. And there we go. That was, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. Now I can add subtitles if I like. or upload a file. So for this one, you could go to any of those audio transcription services, or of course you do the free version and go to YouTube, upload your video, create the SRT file or whatever it is, and you upload it here. But I'm just going to go and create some subtitles very quickly. We only have 9 seconds, so I'm just going to go. And then normally it would be subtitles, but this is hi Jerry, German keyboard. There we go. Hope you're having a great summer. Oh, yeah, hope you're having a great summer. Okay, and let's go for all the best from sunny Girona. What you can do down here is you can adjust how long these things are. So 1 second there. I'm just going to go with what it gave me by default. Actually, let's make this a bit bigger. And this one I'm going to drag out to here. All the best from sunny Girona. And then one by David, whatever, and fight. Okay, these are of course not the real subtitles. I don't know if that's too much text for 9 seconds, but you get the idea. So I save and preview. And then we go for to Jerry from Girona. And we save. So again, it's a few seconds, 30 seconds or so. I'll just pause this. In this case it was about 10 seconds. And we can download the whole video. So download this video. Now you can't see this at the bottom. Let me open the folder. And here is to Jerry from Girona. So, as you saw there, you saw two things. Number one, I used this player here and it overlaid the text at the bottom. That is not in the video, that was overlaid by my player. And secondly, towards the end, there's a bug rendering this thing. I'm going to reach out to the creators of the program and have that fixed, and it's going to be done by tomorrow. They're pretty good with this kind of thing. So basically, if you recall, I typed in fight David and the and signed and fight, and of course this doesn't render properly in this case. So that'll be all done tomorrow. But anyway, there you go. That's the fundamental process. You can do all of this in your favorite movie maker or whatever you're using. The big selling point here is the time saving, right? You just go in, you say how big do you want this, thank you very much, you type in your text, you add your subtitles, and especially creating the subtitles is a real pain in the backside in the movie maker, in my case, movie maker or movie studio platinum, whatever it's called. And for that, it's a no-brainer. Just stick those subtitles in there. Now, I didn't show you. You can basically, adjust the fonts and the layout and the size of all of these things, and that's really where this comes in, because by default, if you go to just, let's say, YouTube, your subtitles are always this white text in this black box. And I can't remember what examples they've showed on their sales page. Frank Cohen uses this, and Russell Brunson, they've got great examples. They then really make that text underneath stand out. So anyone who watches your video on Facebook doesn't have to stick with this sort of standard small black text, but it really stands out and looks like it's part of the video as opposed to overlaid, and that's really the objective here. So there you go. Hope that's useful. Go and have fun. Cheers. Bye.